Bologna, asthma, colonel, handkerchief, Cneed, mortgage, QU, receipt, and zucchini. Okay, actually, zucchini is pretty good. That's how that word should be pronounced. I'm gonna do that from now on. It's gonna be zucchini. Yes, that's right. It's National Bologna Day, pronounced Bologna, but spelt Bologna. Um, and apparently there's a place called that also, but I don't actually know if the place is referred to as Bologna or Bologna. That's actually a good question. Oh well, the picture for this page is a sandwich with probably like a dozen slices of bologna in it and just one massive bite taken out of it. Actually looks kind of disgusting. So just now you know what it looks like. Everyone's favorite processed lunch on meat has its own day. Bologna is named after the Italian city of the same name. Okay, there we go. But down there they call it mortadella, which is a sausage with bits of lard and peppercorns in it. American bologna, as you may have noticed, is distinctly different but no less loved the world over. Okay, wait, but what's in it then? If not lards and peppercorns. Who can say? 1928. Bread slicers were commercialized forever, changing the way Americans eat. Going from something available almost exclusively at deli counters to a homemade bagged lunch pushed bologna sandwiches into ubiquity in the pre-Depression America. 1929 to 1939, during the Great Depression, bologna was one of the most accessible foods to Americans. Oh, it was affordable and kept well for long periods of time. This made the bologna sandwich a mainstay for many Americans and also how it garnered the reputation as something consumed during hard times. 1963, the New York Board of Education included bologna as an official lunch item, helping to feed the children in the country's largest public school system. And 1974, one of the most successful and longest-running commercials ever made came from Oscar Mayer, featuring a child fishing and singing a jingle about how his bologna is named Oscar Mayer. What? Okay. Is he like fishing with a piece of bologna, or is he's just fishing and singing about? Okay, sure. So along with bologna, it's also National Food Day. So I guess every single food item. Just to name a few that are in this picture here, we got eggs, waffles, oranges, apples, pears, pineapples, a bowl of what looks like knockoff Cheerios, some tomatoes, a banana, a star fruit, awesome, and potentially a bagel with just a big massive hunk of butter in it. I can't really tell what that is. And it looks like some mini wheats and an egg. And something called Jimmy Dean regular and Jimmy Dean sage, which are possibly things of meat. But I can't actually tell because the rest of the words are too small. Oh, and some kiwis, avocados, and blueberries. Boom. There we go. A lot of fruit, apparently, in the food day. And not any vegetables. I don't think I listed a single vegetable. And there's some meat things here next to the eggs. I can't really tell what they are. Look like mini London broils, if you know what those are. This day, celebrated for the first time in 1975, was created by the Center for Science and Public Interest and was supposed to be similar to Earth Day. The day toasts nutritious and healthy food and focuses on educating people on healthy eating, good farming methods, and safe food production. Okay, so I had some French toast for breakfast this morning. I don't know if that counts as, well, it's not really the most healthy. It's got some bread, it's got some eggs, it's got a lot of cinnamon, and I guess because I had some syrup with it, it probably wasn't the most healthiest of things I could have eaten. In 1975, National Food Day is created to raise awareness about nutrition and food safety. And in 1989, the CSPI convinces restaurants to stop using animal fat for frying and leads a campaign against trans fat in fast foods. 5 facts about healthy organic foods that will blow your mind. Crops that are grown organically are shown to contain 30% fewer nitrates, which causes nitrate leaching into the water table to be 40% less. Organic foods are said to have significantly greater nutrient content compared to non-organic foods. Less pollution, less water consumption, and reduced soil erosion are some benefits of organic farming practices. Genetically modified organisms are prohibited in organic foods. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought that was the point. Anyway, organic milk is said to be one of the fastest growing industries in the world market, which is really bizarre because no other animal drinks milk after infancy, and also Canada, America, maybe the UK a little bit, I don't know, are like the only countries that really drink milk. I lived in Australia for a year. Milk there was expensive. It was not as readily available as it is here because they just don't drink it as much there. Fair enough. It's United Nations Day, so we got every single food today and every single nation. So that's pretty nifty. We celebrate the anniversary of the UN Charter of 1945. To celebrate today, we have to think about 75 years of history, struggle, and accomplishment. So take a moment today to consider the incredible impact the UN has had in every corner of the globe, except where it hasn't, because it's not every country. So I guess not every corner. I don't even know how corners work on a globe, but there we go. 1945, the UN was established after the events of World War II. 1948, October 24th is officially named United Nations Day. 2005, a study by the RAND Corporation found the UN to be successful in 2 out of 3 peacekeeping efforts. You know what? That's not actually that bad, seeing as if it didn't exist, there would be none. So, 2 out of 3? That's all right. 2011, the UN passed its first resolution recognizing the rights of LGBT plus people. All right, there we go. And next we have World Development Information Day. So we got every single food, every single country, and information. Just covering all of our bases today. Here we show you how you can observe the day in an amazing way. It's been 49 years since it was proclaimed the United Nations General Assembly. Oh yeah, so this is actually related to that one. This day was created to raise awareness about development roadblocks in many nations and how to overcome them. The awareness often leads to younger people coming up with clever, inexpensive ideas to solve development problems. Nice. 1964, the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development is established. 1970, the International Development Society for the Second Nations Development Decade is adopted. 1972, UNCTAD, is that the first thing that I read? Yeah, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, proposes a resolution to create World Development Information Day. And in 1973, the UN General Assembly declares that October 24th will be observed as World Development Information Day. So they decided upon both of these days to just be the same day. Wow. According to the UN and WHO, more people die due to the consumption of unsafe water in developing countries compared to developed countries. It has found that 79% of the people living in developing countries don't have electricity. According to the WHO, women in developing countries are 35% more likely to be subjected to domestic violence. According to WHO, health and nutrition resources are minimal in developing countries. And the International Congress of Qualitative Inquiry found out that there are 166 developing countries in the world today. Next we have Karva Chauth, perhaps? An Indian holiday is always held on the 4th day after the full moon in this month, and 9 days before Diwali. On this day, married women, especially in northern India, take time to fast from sunrise to moonrise. During this fast, they pray for the safety, health, and long life of their husbands. They have traditions from preparing various foods, decorating the dishes to break the fast with, which clothing to wear, and even the gifts they give one another. Women begin preparing for Karo Chauth a few days ahead of time by buying adornments, jewelry, lamps, and henna. Local bazaars look festive as shopkeepers put the colorful Karo Chauth products on display. Is it bazaar or is it bazar? I don't actually know how that word is pronounced. Anyway, 19th century, the festival is introduced and practiced across northern India. October 20th, 1995, a Bollywood film, The Big Hearted Will Take the Bride, in which the festival is celebrated in all its romantic splendor, is released. 2003, the car brand Chevrolet releases an advert for their Optra model that depicts the festival. And in the 2000s, groups of unmarried women start to keep the fast out of a sense of friendship, though this is not practiced everywhere due to some feeling the celebration emphasizes women's dependence on men. There you go. Oh, and it's also Drake's birthday, which is, saved this one for last, I guess, by accident, but kind of good because the next thing we're going to talk about is celebrity birthdays anyway. So Aubrey Drake Graham, known around the world as Drake, is a hip-hop superstar with a birthday on October 24th. Since his breakout debut at age 21, he's been challenging expectations about what a rapper and a celebrity should be. On his birthday, let's celebrate his life, artistry, and huge cultural impact. After all, he gets credit for turning the phrase YOLO into a worldwide phenomenon. He did that? Or did it just exist and then he made a song about it? Did he Did he invent the fact that people only live once? Drake's song The Motto, widely credited for introducing the acronym YOLO, or You Only Live Once, was released in November 29th, 2011. There we go. February 12th, 2017, Drake scooped up Grammy Awards in both the rap song and rap song performance categories for his chart-topping single, Hotline Bling. 2001, the Canadian teen drama Degrassi, The Next Generation, featured Drake as Jimmy Brooks, a teen jock. And February 14th, 2006, Room for Improvement, a self-released mixtape, sold 6,000 copies. Well, there you go. All right, so for birthdays, as mentioned, we got Drake. He's a Canadian rapper. He's Canadian? I feel like I knew that. I feel like I must have known that and forgotten that, but now I know it again. There we go. Songs like Hotline Bling, as mentioned, One Dance, Know Yourself, and Way Number 2 Sexy. He was in Degrassi TV, Ice Age Continental Drift, Spree, and Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Is that the second Anchorman then, or is that the first one? I don't know. It says here for some albums, he's got Certified Lover Boy, Scorpion, Views, and Nothing Was the Same. Moving on then, we got Amira Navula, who is a YouTuber, it looks like. Her most recent videos from last month are Turn the Slime into This Slime. What? Turn this slime into this slime, but the second this slime is capitalized. They must have heard my podcast about all caps day, even though if this was posted a week ago, that came out after. Oh well, no worries. Make the slime from this slime. Why are they just making so much slime? Oh my goodness. That's all she does. These last 3 videos are Slimatory number 700, number 701, and number 702. Oh, and of course number 701, fix the slime, but it's red light, green light. Because, of course it is, because it's related to Squid Game. Why not? So she makes slime. Cool. All right, there you go. Slime recipes, DIY, squishy creations. There we go. Nice. Okay, this is actually a pretty interesting YouTuber, seeing as most of the ones we get just play video games. Which, I mean, fair, but like, this one's unique. I like it. Cool. Anyway, next we got Chase Keith, who is an American entrepreneur who is turning 19. Oh, did I not read people's ages? Hold on. Drake is 35 and Amira is 18 and Chase is 19. There we go. Yeah, I guess he's just like an influencer. TikTok sensation who has earned over 4.7 million followers on his Chaser account, where he has posted comedic videos and skits. There we go. Oh, and he's a model. Wow. Chase Keith. The whole package. And finally we got Pewdiepie. He's turning 32, who is a Swedish YouTuber who has... Does he still have the most? I feel like there was that whole issue about him potentially not having the most anymore after that one... what was it, like the music channel that was like speeding past him? I don't even remember what it was called. Oh well, that's fine. He deserves the most YouTubers, I believe, because people actually subscribe to him because they enjoy him. And the other one was like one that's just suggested, so people just click it because they don't know when they're making their account. Whatever. I think that's the case. I don't remember the drama. Apparently he's in... he has a thing called Pew News. Tomorrow, A World Beyond. Scare Pewdiepie. And Meme Review. Those are his movies and TV shows. All right, there you go. And I think he got married like a year ago. Maybe that was 2 years ago. Time flew during COVID. Who knows how long ago that was. But yeah. Nice. All right, well, going on to some random Wikipedia facts. In 1648, the Peace of Westphalia is signed, marking the end of the 30 Years' War. I love that so many of the wars are just called the 100-Year War and the 30-Year War and all that stuff. Like, they don't have any other names. I mean, some names of wars, I guess, are just named after the place where they took place or the people that were against them. So I guess that's slightly different. But I don't know. There seems to be a lot of different things. I feel like you'd potentially get multiple things that are just called the 30 Years' War at that point. But who knows? Maybe only one war ever lasted 30 years. 1945, the United Nations Charter comes into effect. Oh, we read about that. 2008, Bloody Friday saw many of the world's stock exchanges experience the worst decline in their history, which drops of around 10% in most indices. Indices. And for our very random birthday for today, we got 1632, Antony van Leeuwenhoek, Dutch biologist and microbiologist, who passed away in 1723. So yes, he was a Dutch businessman and scientist in the golden age of Dutch science and technology. A largely self-taught man in science, he is commonly known as the father of microbiology, and one of the first microscopists and microbiologists. Van Leeuwenhoek is best known for his pioneering work in microscopy. I don't know how that's worded. Whatever. Microscopy is how I would pronounce it. But anyway, and for his contributions towards the establishment of microbiology as a scientific discipline. There we go. That's it for today. Wow. I think I pretty much did that all in one take. Nice. I like doing that. It's fun that way. So as always, stay safe, stay zucchini, and yeah, you'll be hearing back from me tomorrow. Bye.